Hello dear Taurus, this will be your shadow work spread, addressing issues such as denial, anxiety, inferiority, anger, secrecy, and self-loathing, self-forgiveness, self-love. I am using the beautiful Secret Mirror deck. We will wrap the read with 3 oracle sets, but we will talk about that later. I'm gonna use this little wooden thingy in the center to have the cards that I'm gonna be focusing on full display, so we are not getting distracted by other things, although I might bring cards back if they are relevant to the energy that I'm talking about. And so without further ado, let's jump into it. I'm just gonna create myself a bit of space so I can put this front and center, bring my phone a little closer and my water, because I'm gonna be yapping for a good hour. Can I just rhyme? That'd be dope. Focus, focus, focus. And we are in center. I want the card to be the centerpiece. Your imagination, your intuition, your gut feeling, your vibe, to vibe with the card. What you see, what are your impressions, what are you feeling, what does this make you feel and think? Remember, so then, denial. What negative or positive aspects people point out to me that I have difficulty accepting? What does this represent in your life? And we are starting off with a bit of a joke. Winter is coming. I'm kidding, but the King of Swords is not exactly the most lovey-dovey, smooshy, cuddly kind of guy. This is like the absolute total opposite. Like, talk about almost, I wouldn't say Dexter, but more like Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory, but without the comedies aspect of it. This guy is all about the hard, cold, -50 Celsius or Fahrenheit, hard, cold facts, logic, stoicism, no whining, no little bitches, no small dick energy. This guy will strategize, communicate, plan, but will not communicate emotions, will not address emotions, will not even consider, acknowledge emotions. That shit can go fuck right off. With the King of Cups, he doesn't give a single solitary shit about it. And so this brings the question, are you a romantic at heart and are you refraining that? Or is your love language a little too harsh, a little too cold, a little too it's not, well, it can be tactful, diplomatic, but still very cold and not feeling at all the romance in it. It almost feels like an investment, or you want recognition if you do a romantic gesture, and you are denying this, and you do not enjoy or like or have difficulty accepting when people point out the fact that when you actually do something out of the kindness of your heart, it is somehow dampened, diminished, hindered, or taken its otherwise wholesome lovey-dovey value stripped away, because you come off as very cold, very negotiating, very strategizing, very I'm doing this because this and this, and it comes off as cold and distant and way too rational and way too factual, and not living in the sweet, blissful, dreamy romance of the moment, even though your gesture was coming from the kindness of your heart and from a beautiful heart space end of, like, this is where it's coming from. The way you are approaching or letting it know or sharing, extending this cup of love comes off very cold, very cutting, very sharp. It's just not soft and cuddly and warm and romantic, even if it does come from a heart space. And you are not enjoying when people call you out for this. Anxiety. You don't like things that take way too much time to progress and to get somewhere, even if you know that some things do require patience to have a solid outcome. It still irks you. And if you are not seeing progress in sight and at a steady pace, it gets you anxious. But these fears are self-created, self-limiting, and self-imposed. You are the one putting yourself in this situation by overthinking things that are not even factually in existence. If something, an event, a person, or process has started and is taking its sweet time to, give me a second, I cannot wait to get the fuck back home in my village, where 2 cars on the main street is considered traffic. Sorry about that. We have the street cleaning truck passing exactly under my balcony window for absolute, I don't know what reason. I had the same bullshit with Scorpio's read. There was like a ambulance or fire truck or something that passed exactly smack in the middle. So anyway, city life, yay. So then, a process has started. It takes time to make sure that everything is going smoothly, that everything goes by the law, everything is legit, everybody involved is safe and has security and stability. But because this takes so much time, you are overthinking, and in your head you are generating all these scenarios of this has failed, this is not coming, this is not going, this is not being done, blah 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 blah, inventing absolute scenarios to explain to yourself why things are not progressing at a faster pace. But it's self-imposed. It's you imagining, it's you coming up with, it's you needing to justify and validate to yourself why an external process to you is taking so long, and it's infuriating, but you need to know why. And so you are creating this overthinking, being stressed, self-imposed anxiety induced situation, because you cannot control exterior forces to you, and this is causing you massive anxiety. But you have to understand that things outside of your control and power, they will take the time, the energy, the processes that they need to take to evolve and go from point A to point B without taking into consideration, or without even knowing that you in your head you are stressing and worried sick because it's not going fast enough. It's like when a product is created, we have the creator, they have the idea, they work on the files, and they send it to the print shop to be printed. They receive the proof, they need to approve the proof, they need to send it back and forth, emails, communication, blah blah blah, and it will take months and maybe years. And here you are, oh, it's cancelled, it's not coming through, it's been stolen, it's blah blah blah, creating all these self-made, unrealistic stories which are essentially self-made. You in your head invent these things to justify why it's taking so slow, and it's causing you even more anxiety. So you are the sole responsible for the anxiety that you are feeling, because you interpret naturally slow progresses in a way that is self-harming your mind. So that is something to keep in mind and to avoid in the future. Where you are feeling inferior is you feel like you are not passionate enough, not driven enough, not conquering enough. You feel like you're lacking this quintessential fire, this drive, this oomph to just like rush into battle and be driven by passion and inspiration and the will and this fire to get up and get shit done. Which technically it's not more Euro Taurus. You like your easy, chillax, set, comfortable, like Netflix and chill at home, like not lazy, but you know, just no rush. But if other people highlight this to you, obviously you will feel inferior and attacked and like lacking confidence, but it's just your core nature as a Taurus. And this is absolutely beautiful, contrasting to this bold and brash and passionate and driven and motivated and what's the word I'm looking for here? Oh my god. Well, stubborn is not the word, it's more like assertive. Yes, this assertive energy. We have the complete opposite, which is self-mastery. You like to take your time, you like to evolve with every new iteration of the project until you master it to a perfection that only machines could do. Almost, basically, I'm being a little hyperbolic here. You like to take your time to start with something, to analyze, to see what could be done better in a different way. Start on the second, again, analyze. This was a little wonky. With the third, I'm gonna try something else. This is better. Fourth is even better. Fifth, sixth, up until the eighth, where we are reaching peak perfection here. We are, yeah, that's it. This is my product. I can confidently send this to the shops and conquer the world because this is primo perfectionis. And I don't know why the fuck I just said it up like that. So when you feel inferior and lacking confidence because people are reproaching you that you take too much time to perfect something instead of just passionately and boldly rushing into things, just know that you like things to look a certain way, you have certain standards, and it's normal to take time to invest in working and refining the details and in having a quality product instead of just rushing through the whole process and delivering shit that will break in 2 seconds out of the package and have everybody furious at you for delivering shit. And if I can go back to the previous night, these 2 nights are basically earth and fire. Earth is very grounded, solid, dependable, reliable, but very slow. I mean, does Earth move? Unless you have an earthquake or like a landslide, Earth is pretty fucking still. Whereas wands, fire, like a wild woodland wildfire, that shit will spread like fucking lightning. So this is the 2 completely opposing energies. Also look at the horses. This guy is like on a Sunday morning stroll in the park. This is about to head into battle or conquest or something. It's the very opposing duality forces. So you need to navigate where and how you let others' actions, or how do you interpret others' actions, and how you let that interpretation influence you at your own detriment, because we have the 8 of Swords, creating anxiety and stress, and how you can prevent that from affecting you in a negative way. And now anger, something that pisses you way the fuck off, is related to justice and fairness, and I can't in the past. So if something in the past has wronged you, you might be holding grudges, and this is what you have the most difficulty dealing with. When people are unfair, or when they use the past, and especially the nostalgia and the emotional aspect of the past, to try to influence you, to try to sway you, to try to butter up you, so that they can get away scot-free with something that they did that is unjust and unfair, but they are trying to manipulate your emotions, especially your perception of the past, so that they can get away. You can absolutely, you do not tolerate that, and I completely agree with you on that aspect. And that definitely angers you to like the next level, but it's completely justified and it's completely fair. Not much I can add on this. It's pretty straightforward message. Secrecy, what you are not talking about with others, or not expressing yourself too much, too openly, too wildly, is this sense of making decisions that impact your life in potentially the long run, or at least in a very meaningful way. Please notice how the wand on the left for you, right? Anyway, on this side, the wand is bolted to the castle wall where the character is standing, whereas the other wand is completely free. So, do you want to remain attached to the stability of what you have, or do you want to take a risk and take that one and just go on a journey like Gandalf? And this decision making is definitely mostly concerned or involves your social skills and your communication skills. Do you want to be sharp and cutting, or do you want to be try to moderate your thoughts and your words so as to not offend and not irk or not hurt people to whom you might want to express some very choice words or opinions about things that occur that have inspired some emotions in you. You have a beautiful ability to think, to assess, but synthesize information, almost to like vulgarize them, but you are uncertain as to how to deliver that information, those opinions and those thoughts. So it's like you want to be social, you want to share your knowledge, but you're unsure how to, where to, in what context, and what words, what manner, what language, what tone you should use to express your discontentment or your joy, your happiness, your intellectual, analytical influences, or whatever you're thinking. You like the process of analyzing and sharing and being social and having your thoughts out in the wild. You're just not completely sure on the methodology and the potential repercussions of what you share, how you share them, and where you share them. So you are a little bit refraining from oversharing or restricting the amount and the tone in which you share your thoughts. Last set, self-loathing, which should be self-forgiveness and self-love. So your self-loathing is your core nature in this aspect that the Queen of Pentacles is a homebody. She is a nurturer, she is stable, she's usually the married woman. She is established, she's settled, she knows how to cook, how to clean, how to keep her house pretty and hospitable and welcoming. She knows the worth and value of her pentacle, of her domain, of her riches. She doesn't need to show off her riches like the Queen of Wands would, because she knows that the simple, intricate, beautiful, nicely carved ring is enough to like make a statement. She doesn't need all the freaking diamond river around her neck to make that statement. But at the same time, you are hiding the fact that you are a homebody, that you know perhaps how to do the mason jars, how to harvest, how to preserve, and how to be like self-sufficient, self-reliant. There also could be a bit of lingering fear that if others know that you are a well-established, reliable, dependable homebody, they could take advantage of you. So you are hating or loathing this aspect of you because you're afraid that people will take advantage of that and overuse or abuse you and your skills and the potential that you are bringing to the table, which completely fair, right, bro? But if you manage to give with the sense of justice and fairness and not let others take more than what they should or what you're allowed to give. And also like speak your truth, speak your mind, set boundaries, especially setting boundaries with the Queen of Swords. This fear should diminish or be so insignificant that energy-wise or energetically, it shouldn't be a main concern in this position of self-loathing. You should forgive yourself for respecting your own core nature, set clear boundaries with the Queen of Swords, and not let others take advantage of what they perceive, what they know, and what you let others know about you. So I'm gonna put all the cards back and have like a little wrap up. Oh yeah, and let me zoom back out so we can see the whole picture and officially, yeah, okay. Okay, so if you want to take a screenshot of this, let me zoom just a little bit in. 1, 2. Okay, here we go. Actually, wait. I'm just gonna push these up so we can have a nice view. Boom! Screenshot. If you want to take a screenshot of this and analyze the cards, see how you feel about them, what they bring up in your own subconscious, your conscious, if you're into journaling or that sort of stuff. And so let me recap quickly. When you're denial, what negative or positive people point out to me that have difficulty accepting is like when you're doing a kind gesture, you are diluting this beautiful emotional aspect of it by being dead ass, cold, calculating, strategizing, and it sort of breaks the romantic aspect of that gesture that you do mean from the depths of your heart towards the recipient. And when they highlight this, you take offense to it. What causes you anxiety and is when either people or processes take way too much time and you are creating all these unrealistic scenarios in your head as to why it's taking so long, and it's overthinking and it's stressing you out. Where you feel inferior is where people want you to be more action driven, more passionate, more going forward and be fueled by fire, whereas your core nature is being into details and slowness, and practice makes perfect, and just developing something over time, the same way that what in the previous card, when it's exterior to you, it infuriates you to not, or like stresses you to no fucking end. But when it's you in charge, you are seeking perfection, but it's the same energy of slowness and making sure that things are good quality, dependable, and reliable upon. What do you rarely talk? No, wait. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. Anger. What qualities in a person do you most dislike or have difficulty dealing with? Is when someone is being unfair to you and playing the world's smallest violin, trying to pull your emotional strings, your nostalgia, and use the emotionality to try to take advantage and you are just not having none of that, and I completely understand. So you are a bit cold and sharp and perhaps snappy, and bringing that, the facts, the receipts out to like counter their wanting to play shady, sneaky, emotional games with you. What you rarely talk about is, so you want to express your thoughts, your opinions, but the question is how to, where and when, what tone, what manner, and it's this delicate balance of making the appropriate decision, not as to not hurt, not be too sharp, not be too cold, but still being able to express yourself. Self-loathing, self-forgiveness, self-love. You are a homebody, you are not lazy, you just like your comfort. The autumn stew that you slow cook for like 8 hours, but it smells amazing and it feels good, and you have a hands-on practical approach when you want to demonstrate caring for others, but you're afraid that people might take advantage of that, because people are just assholes that take advantage of good people who care for them, sadly. So these are the messages that came through for this shadow work as of September, I think we are the 16th today. Yeah, we are the 16th. Hopefully this brings some sort of illumination to you, to aspects of your personality that you can better know, so you can address. And remember, knowledge is power. So if you know what your weaknesses are, you can take a step back and you can counter things that trigger you in order to take back your power over people and situations that make you feel uncomfortable and make you feel distressed or in a vulnerable situation. By taking your power back, you have the advantage over the others, or you can at least at the same level and have a fairer, a more just solid ground to fight on, or the same weapons as they have against you. So I'm gonna shuffle oracle cards and be right back. And we are back with the wrap-up energy with the oracle cards. First row will be future higher self oracle deck. So this is your higher self or your future self giving you a message for the present. Soul Whispers Oracle, middle row. And I'm really loving this shadow work oracle. It's a bit of a wrap-up energy about everything that we hopefully have touched upon in your shadow work spread. I'm gonna use my little wooden thingy, so I'm gonna pull these to the bottom so I can have space in the middle. Honky dory. And we're gonna zoomy and readjust. Oh, beautiful. Again, feel free to take a screenshot and meditate upon this at your own leisure. Your success is closer than you imagine, so just keep going. Which I would like to wrap up to link to the last card. You're creating a you that you will be proud of. This is that whole process of the Eight of Pentacles. It takes time. it takes effort, it takes mastery, it takes revision, it takes paying attention to details. You cannot run a marathon if you don't even know how to stand up on your own feet. It's a whole ass process. First you're a baby, then you like start crawling, that you stand up, then you make your first steps, you learn how to walk, you learn how to walk up and down the stairs, then you learn how to run, and then you're set. And it's only mastering those as you go further in life. But it's the same for everything. You need to start somewhere, make errors, learn from those mistakes and those errors, rectify, correct, adjust, make better. Following your heart will lead you to the right things. This is almost like it's an obvious thing, because obviously if you're taking this, or if you are doing something that makes you god awful miserable, of course you are, it's like a sign that you're not in the right place and you're wasting your time and your energy. Challenge yourself to be stronger than your challenges. Challenges are here to show you your current comfort zone, your limitations, and what you can surpass to be the next future better version of yourself. Which is, again, wrapping with the last card, you are creating a you that you will be proud of. Because if you're like a couch potato 24/7, what pride can you harness from that? Whereas if you get up and do something, anything that's creative or proactive, or that you can show to the world or your friends or your family, you will be proud of that achievement, and they will be proud of you for that achievement. Difficult road. Spirit of perseverance, being prepared for great things, walking the hard path out in life. If it's too easy, what does it bring you in terms of achievement, of worth and value? And give me a second, I need to change the battery. And we're back. So we have the first card, victory. Victory will be yours. Your enemies will be defeated. Keep going and keep going, and you'll have your win. This is the energy of the Knight of Wands. Determination, being assertive, being passionate, being driven. It's in your reach. You just need to literally go for it. Self-love, which is the point of this whole shadow work spread, to highlight problematic or weak aspects that you can address, to heal, to work on, to nurture, so that you have less vulnerabilities and less weaknesses that others can take advantage of, and thus love yourself more. Busting through your limiting beliefs, you'll discover your self-worth along journey to self-love. Self-limiting beliefs can originate from a plethora of things, but the more your mind is open with critical thinking, Queen of Swords, and King of Swords too, the more you are gathering knowledge and facts and receipts and power to fight in conversations with others, so you have the upper hand in any situation. Breaking contract. Contract stopped serving your growth, freeing yourself from a soul contract, altering your divine blueprint. So if you're in a karmic situation of any kind, aka something unfinished with someone or something or an aspect of yourself, if you know what this is and how to address it, you can break that cycle and heal and just be on your merry way. Oh shit, give me a tiny second again. Something caught on fire. And we're back with your final set of cards. Self-compassion. Embracing imperfection helps you find strength, growth, mindset, resilience. Like I said, knowledge is power. If you know your weaknesses, you also know your strength, and you know how to utilize them, how to harness them, how to use them as a shield to protect yourself, how to use them as a sword to defend yourself, how to be proactive, how to take action, how to master, how to invest and better yourself, heal yourself, strengthen yourself. Break chains. The only way to overcome blocks is to confront them. Self-limiting beliefs, which was wait, where was that self-limiting belief? The road, self-love. Wasn't there like a self-limiting something somewhere? Like just a moment ago? Anyway. When you're stuck in your ways, you become like that angry old grandpa from Gran Torino, I think, with Clint Eastwood. And it sort of changed you in a sort of way where you could allow yourself a little openness, at least open a window to let other harmonies, other whispers, other ideas come in, and maybe allow yourself to, oh, that's interesting, it vibes with me, I'm okay with it, it's chill. Not necessarily join a cult and have a guru and all that shit, just like allow that differential idea to exist and acknowledge that different things exist in the world that may resonate or not with you, help you or not, but being aware is, it's already like a richness, like you are richer than other people. Positive change. Transform pain into strength and empower yourself. Ascend, evolution, free. This is basically self-explanatory. By healing, you are transforming yourself, you are setting yourself free from the chains, the bonds, and the self-limiting beliefs that you had previously tackled. Explore feelings. Believe in insecurities and, delve into insecurities and unresolved emotion. Authentic closure, peace. Do not let fear, anxiety, stress, anger, self-loathing, feeling weak, or feeling, what was that, taken advantage of, or just insecure especially. Don't let those things live rent-free in your head and in your heart and fester and become like your own personal, emotional, psychological, spiritual black bubonic plague taking over and just running away and eating you alive in a way and destroying your soul because you were too comfortable to address them and to get rid of them, too content. So I'm gonna end your read on this note. Thank you for participating in this experience with me. I'm gonna try to remember and have the B-roll of the candle that literally caught on fire, which was, okay, so here's my candle. And so the wick is here in the center, but this cord that has a little heart amulet is like, I mean, you can see that the sort of, it's still a bit liquidy. Well, I mean, it's this sort of cord, and because the center, well, it's already melted, but like the center was going a little upwards, touching the cord, I have actually 2 extra wicks now, like literally that my thing burned. Yeah, it was interesting. Maybe it's time to get myself a new candle. Anyway, ciao ciao, love you, peace out.